Legacy's coming to you on day, I believe this is day 43 of 365 days of reflections. Reflections are a look back on my day, the life that I've lived, some of the lessons I've learned, and some of the significant points of the day, like the morning. The morning, there's a jingle that came out years ago, the best part of waking up, and it talks about coffee, but I want to counteract that word or contradict that word and say the best part of waking up is Jesus in your cup. I say that because we take a little bit of Jesus when we take communion. He says, "Do this in remembrance of me." So we take bread that symbolizes his body and we drink wine, water, maybe even coffee, right? Whatever liquid or whatever in the spirit you can imagine that you're drinking. Maybe it's symbolically you're drinking. And we drink that in remembrance of the blood that he shed, the sacrificial blood, the sacrificial lamb that was slain before the beginning of time. And so that's the best part of waking up for me every single day. And for me, it's 3 a.m. on Pacific Standard Time, West Coast. Um, and every day I'm reading a book from the book of Proverbs, a chapter from the book of Proverbs. And today, in this month, I've been reading in the BSB. Now, the BSB stands for Berean Standard Bible, but I picked the B's because it's also Black History Month, and I just thought, hey, sounds like it could be a Black Standard Bible. But that's just me. That's just my thoughts. And so today's communion was incredible. As always, there's always a word that resonates, that permeates. And today, for me, it was passing the test. We all get to pass the test and we all get to go through the doors, right? I happen to have an open door here in my office, an open door, right? God has doors that are open for us to go into. He also has doors that are closed that we shouldn't, that it's probably not wise, right? Not wisdom to try to go into those doors. And so that's my share for today. That was this morning. Now the day went on and I spend most of my day here working from home, handling some personal matters. And I am grateful that I have the ability to do that in my line of work. And I had someone reach out to me and want to do a video, and one wanted to do a photo shoot of my listings. And I thought, wow, this is great. Additional marketing with no cost to me. And then one of them was a cost to me, but it was well worth it. It was a discounted rate to do some photography for one of my listings. So I took them up on that, and the photos look great. I'm going to upload those and put them in the listing, and hopefully get a lot more traction on it and get them sold, because I do have some listings that I really would love to see sold like yesterday. So that is what has been happening here. Later on this evening, I did get a chance to get out and get to the grocery store. And interesting enough, I shop at a place called the Food Co-op. I don't know if you have that in your community. It's like a cooperative of local people who have their products as well as other products, healthy products, so to speak. And so I went there and picked up some produce, and they didn't have some of the typical things that I like to get. I kind of get a lot of the same things over and over, but I've been trying to explore, maybe try a new fruit, a new vegetable, something, different that I haven't tried before. But I am getting back to getting my juicing business off and running. My website is almost built. I have some orders for some gummies. And so tomorrow, either tomorrow or Sunday, I will be whipping up those batches so that I can get those shipped out. I had hoped to get them done by Valentine's Day, and maybe I will get them done by Valentine's Day, but they won't go out until later on in the week, so that I have them packaged properly for shipping so that there's no spillage, no leakage, no compromise of my product. So that's what I have going on. And what else? Wow, that's it. There's just a lot going on. I'm just grateful, 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 grateful. And I want to share a little bit from the Berean Standard Bible. So lately, what I've been doing is reading it with showing a picture of the Bible instead of me. But since I'm already on the camera, I'm going to read a little bit of it and get down to the verse that I highlighted that I've used as kind of a mantra for my life. And so we'll start with the topic of this chapter. It's titled A Father's Discipline. I remember my father and his discipline, my earthly father, who is now deceased. But when I saw that title, I thought, wow, yeah, father's discipline. I'm grateful that I had a loving father who was not, did not withhold discipline from me or the rest of his children. So here we go. A wise son heeds his father's discipline, but a mocker does not listen to rebuke. From the fruit of his lips, a man enjoys good things, but the desire of the faithless is violence. He who guards his mouth protects his life, but the one who opens his lips invites his own ruin. The slacker craves, yet has nothing, but the soul of the diligent is fully satisfied. The righteous hate falsehood, but the wicked bring shame and disgrace. Righteousness guards the man of integrity, but wickedness undermines the sinner. One pretends to be rich, but has nothing. Another pretends to be poor, yet has great wealth. Riches may ransom a man's life, but a poor man hears no threat, right? No one really ransoms a poor person because they're not going to get any money, right? The light of the righteous shines brightly, but the lamp of the wicked is extinguished. Arrogance leads only to strife, but wisdom is with the well advised. Dishonest wealth will dwindle, but what is earned through hard work will be multiplied. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but desire fulfilled is a tree of life. He who despises instruction will pay the penalty, but the one who respects a command will be rewarded. The teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, turning one from the snares of death. Good understanding wins favor, but the way of the faithless is difficult. Every prudent man acts with knowledge, but a fool displays his folly. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a faithful envoy brings healing. Poverty and shame come to him who ignores discipline, but whoever heeds correction is honored. Desire fulfilled is sweet to the soul, but turning from evil is detestable to fools. He who walks with the wise will become wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. Disaster pursues sinners, but prosperity is the reward of the righteous. Here's my verse, verse 22. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the sinner's wealth is passed to the righteous. So the righteous get it a double portion, because if they have a good man that leaves an inheritance to their children's children, and the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous, you get a double portion. I dare say a triple portion, because I am leaving an inheritance for my children's children, and my father left an inheritance for his children's children. You see, legacy, that's key to inheritance, right? And the goodness of man to leave an inheritance. I just love that. I just love that. And the sinner's wealth. So there's no need to concern yourself with the sinner's wealth because it's laid up for you. So let them keep acquiring what they see as riches and wealth because it will go to the righteous. And that's my share for tonight. I see there's 1 and 1. So hello, I finally get to see it. When I'm doing it horizontal, I don't see it, and I don't see the chat. That part I don't like. I wish I could. I think somehow I have to figure out a way to do that. When I do it vertically, I can see it, but when I do it horizontally, I can't. But I wanted to, I guess, show that I do know how to stream properly on these platforms. And according to my mentor, Myron Golden, he said when you're on YouTube and when you're on Facebook, you stream horizontally so that you don't have the white side, the little black, like all of my videos before. You'll see a lot of my videos before that are like that, where it's like you see the black space on both sides. Hey, but for Black History Month, that's probably not a bad idea. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Thank you for liking, listening, subscribing, and sharing. So have a beautiful night, day, morning, whatever time you are listening. Peace and blessings to you all. Ciao for now.